As always, the Discord thing doesn't work because fuck you, I guess. I don't fucking know. Oh, God, Jesus Christ. Alright. You can try to speak, by the way. I need to adjust. It's gone, that's what it is. I bought three banana phone.
You saw the trailer for the Donkey Kong game?
I have not.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is Super Mario Odyssey all over again, except it's Donkey Kong.
Super Mario Odyssey, but it's Donkey Kong. Okay.
Well, the style of gaming is Super Mario Odyssey,
but
it's Donkey Kong style again. Also, Pauline's in it. Well,
yes, I seen that.
What? Yeah, how like.
I said it's a child now. I don't know what's up with that. Okay.
People are saying that this might be before the events of Super Mario Odyssey.
Here's the thing, that doesn't make it. Well, I mean, I know. I guess before Odyssey, I guess that makes sense.
Before, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Before Odyssey, because Pauline is a child here, and Pauline in Odyssey is what, in her 30s, I think.
Here's the thing about that: the original Donkey Kong, she was an adult, and that the Donkey Kong there is Cranky Kong, and Cranky Kong is in the game.
Unless that was Pauline's grandmother or something.
It's a great grandmother Pauline.
No, just grandmother. Jeez, let's not go too far, please.
I am going too far. I'm sorry. That's how I roll.
I mean, Cranky Kong is what? DK's grandfather, or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
And DK Jr. is his father. In theory.
Yes, DK Jr. In theory, yes.
In theory.
They never mentioned DK Jr. ever again. I'm like thinking,
he doesn't exist.
Nintendo doesn't want DK Jr. to be a thing anymore. What?
What's a DK Jr.? I don't know. Just hides the body in.
No, Donkey Kong is what?
Digs at the hole and just hides the body.
Donkey Kong is Donkey Kong the second.
Like, no, you'll be the third.
You be the third, yeah, cause yeah, you're right. You be the third, yeah. You be the third, correct. Then we got, because people say, oh yeah, this is the first open world game. What about the Donkey Kong 64, folks? That's are you forgetting that game? Jesus. Oh, by the way, the DK rap was in the trailer. I was like,
yeah.
Oh,
there's also a controversy with that because again they didn't.
It's not the original singer, I think. No, it's not that. They didn't give credits.
I didn't give credit to that. And he did the same exact thing in the movie.
Oh my god! To give the guy credit, why are you not doing that?
It's not that hard. You just put a name in the credit. Also tell the person that you're using it.
Yeah, otherwise you get sued.
Well, they can't because I do own the rights for that, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can get sued.
No, Nintendo owns the rights to that. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, Nintendo owns the rights. No, but still. Just
well, it's just a courtesy thing. It's not that hard. That's all they want.
I mean, it's like you're covering a song, but then you forget to give credit to that specific singer. You're gonna get plagiarism there, dude. That's plagiarism. You forget to credit the original singer. Like, geez, that's plagiarism right there. It's like you're covering a song without crediting the original singer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's plagiarism. Now I'm thinking, is this a case of plagiarism? Then now that you said Nintendo owns the rest, I'm like, oh, okay, this is not plagiarism. Never mind.
Yay.
Yay. Okay, they're off the hook. But then just credit the guy. It's not that difficult, Nintendo. Why are you guys forgetting? It's like Nintendo has a goldfish memory or something. At the point, like DK Rap, but DK Rap. Well, DK Rap is like what, 20? No, almost 30 years old or something.
As old as yeah.
It's from 1998 or 9, I want to say.
I mean, you can look it up.
At age. Gotta write the actual thing. 1999. 1999 is the original release of Donkey Kong 64. Oh, it's 26 this year. Yeah, okay. That's all I thought. It's not as old as I thought. Okay. I actually never played DK64.
That's fair.
I mean, I've heard it's good if you do it just, you know, a casual run. But if you go 100% the game, oh boy. I've heard it's not that great. Because it's not 100%. I think the max is 100 something percent. 104 or 103. I'm like, okay. Typical Donkey Kong games.
Check
the
the
original
settings on Discord, because for
Discord,
some reason, even though the setting for streaming is on, it's not activating automatically like it should.
Oh, updates. Why are you being stupid again?
Oh, wait,
everything.
it's probably one of the settings I mess around. Well, last time I was trying to.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But it still technically has that setting on, so I don't know why it tells me.
You have to turn it off and turn it back on.
I don't know. Have you tried to plug it in and plug it out? Anyways, I don't have time to look for that thing. Anyways, just gonna move on from that.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. We must get a move on after all.
I have better things to do, like not messing around with Discord for 5 minutes looking for the specific setting.
Okay, that sounds good. I just have to check something. Let's do something. Okay. Now we're gonna be done with this freaking episode that just does a lot of 180s for no reason. That's what I'm gonna call it when it goes off track.
I'm sorry, a lot of 180s?
You know what a 180 degree is, right? It's
yeah,
a
sure.
whole turn. That's what I mean. It just goes off this episode. Now I get why it's infamous, because it just goes off topic for some reason. It just does filler stuff. That's why I say it does a lot of 180s.
It will all come together soon enough. If it's satisfying the way it comes together, that's beyond me.
That's a lot of 180s if you think of it. I'll do this minigame that probably has no meaning later. Okay.
Why not?
Fine. Why not? I love minigames. Oh boy, I love these minigames. Anyway.
Oh boy!
Oh, calm down, Tracy. Relax, Tracy. Anyway. I'm excited. Oh, shut up, Tracy.
I don't know what you're talking about, actually.
No, the way he said, "Oh boy," I just thought, "Oh, that sounds like Tracy when she says, "Oh boy," at everything." Calm down, Tracy.
I was trying to do Mickey Mouse, and I don't know who's this Tracy.
Mickey Mouse. Oh, okay, Mr. Walt Disney, relax.
Okay, fine.
You
you know what? We're just gonna play the game now.
Yeah, please. I'm gonna load the game.
I am gonna reset Discord. Not Discord, Elgato. Because it's a size split.
Yeah, all good.
Because the Elgato decided to die because it was in the background, I guess. Or rather, OBS is in the background and then it just turns off.
How long does it have to take to be on the background?
Minimize.
Does it have like...
Well, it doesn't really matter because that thing...
Okay.
Anyways, play the video game. That's where we're going with.
Am I on? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Well, this is it.
Well, you're on, but I'm not there yet. Hold on a second.
Yeah, it's just, well, I just said, it's just, well, this is it.
Well, this is it. We're gonna fucking die.
What? This is it, Luigi.
Wow. Okay. Today's the day it all goes down. I don't know why I changed my voice there. And then there was yesterday. Which I don't remember what happened because it's been 2 weeks.
This meeting is over. Sorry.
I'm not.
Oh yeah, he's the killer. He's the killer. I remember that. Yeah,
he's the killer! He did it! It's Shark Boy! Just give us 5 more minutes. We can call back after that.
Sorry, no go. Come on, piano boy. We're leaving. Darian, wait! I never liked you. Either of you.
Huh?
So close. He was about to tell us. Hey, Apollo.
Yeah? They don't want us to hear what Maki had to say.
Yeah. Didn't.
I think I know why. Trying to bring a little justice.
Bang!
But What was
What?
that? I
What was
heard
that?
that he hadn't seen. I have no clue who's talking.
Oh wait, is this the guy? Hold on.
Oh yeah, I
know
think it's the
this.
magician guy.
A magician, yeah. So hold on, I'll say it in a second. He is heard but unseen. Who's that talking? Yeah, it's him. There we go. Welcome to Mayor Margarette. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's not the Margarette Kate. God damn it. The wrong one.
Found Gramier.
Yeah.
I exclaim that he's walking through the door normally. I like how he just stands like a big fucking thing and just enters the door like another person.
Breaking up a wall of split bit. I like that. I exclaim as he walked in through the door normally.
Oh,
Dude, you're
God.
not a Shakespearean actor. Stop it. You aren't with us today, are you, Uncle Fallon? A preposterous proposition. How could I stand upon the stand? Oh my God! No, don't do this to me, Valiant. Why?
Did you try standing on the stand? Just go up there and just stand on the stand.
Damn. Why, my secrets will be free for the plucking. I might even have to sign autographs.
Oh no.
That is why I tend to remain hidden for the entire day. You're not doing a very good job, sir. With vanishing magic? Indeed, I will jump upon an express train and express myself to the next town over. But before I go, a word of warning. Warning? What? A grand Gramier glamour resides at the root of all that has happened. Do not forget this truth. Glamour?
Oh, sorry, that was my line. A glamour?
I have a feeling that line that he just says is gonna be important for later.
Like in Final Fantasy 14, we gotta have to get the best book ever. Change to the have the right eye for the thing.
Yeah, exactly. A spell, a sorcery, a great illusion. Mistress C, though it pains me to part so, I need to get in line for a ticket.
A ticket for what?
Farewell, yoink!
Well,
I
you
love
just...
that. Poof! You just poof. I love that. You just poof. No smoke screen, no nothing. Wait, there was no budget for that. Anyway, and there he goes.
Sure seem happy about the illusion thing.
Oh, big illusions are the bread and butter of a magician. Can't pull off a show without one. The big illusion is always a spectacle to remember. Usually involves cutting up things like people or elephants or the Eiffel Tower. Anything really.
Huh? How?
Or the Statue
is
of
it? Is this
Liberty.
like that one show? Is it real or is it cake? It's just we cut down the Eiffel Tower, but it's actually a big cake in the distance, just close by. It's
Well,
an Eiffel Tower
makes-
shaped cake, and they're just cutting it.
If it makes- Listen, if it makes you any better, I'll just say this one now. One magician actually made the Statue of Liberty disappear, then he made it reappear.
Okay.
So I'm not surprised about this, honestly. You get disappear to Eiffel Tower. Oh, good, make it reappear. Okay, it's back.
So it was
There you go.
talking about what we saw at the concert.
Tommy was disappearing at.
Mm-hmm. And Parsaka Gavin's exploding guitar.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't explode, they burned, which is different.
He burned. Yeah, it was just a little burning sensation right there. No, wait, it did burn. I wonder what he meant by being at the root of all that has happened.
Now it's about time, shall we go?
How about no?
Alright, end of the game. Good job, everybody. That's it for the stream today. Goodbye.
Excuse me, sir.
Hold on. Yes?
Sir? The scheduled starting time for the trial has been changed. The trial will not be commencing until 10:30 a.m. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Huh? Did something happen? This is a first.
It was by the judge's request. Some urgent personal business?
Great. I bet he stayed up too late last night watching courtroom dramas.
Apparently he's visiting the hospital again. Oh, remember when he mentioned he had to go visiting one of his relatives? I think
Yeah.
No, was it a judge? Yeah.
No,
That's the
it's our great grandfather. He's visiting. Our father is in the hospital, you see. But I'm
Yeah,
the one
exactly.
standing here. Judge is the one visiting. The Chief Justice's son, which is my father. My father.
Apparently he's visiting the hospital again.
Oh, sorry, that was the hospital. Yeah. Sorry, I already said that line.
Yeah, I believe it was mentioned that the Chief Justice's son is unwell. Yeah, I did mention it one time.
Yes, that's
Apparently
what
his
we make the joke.
Apparently his condition worsened considerably this
No,
morning.
Daddy! Why am I here? I should be in the hospital!
Why am I here again? Anyway.
The shift is just his son.
Oh, that's right. Read yesterday morning, the judge said he had to go visit him after the trial.
There's an article about it in the newspaper. If you care to read about it yourself, an article about the Chief Justice's son who is afflicted with incuritis.
That's a stupid name. That's a stupid name.
Wait, haven't we heard this before?
Maybe. I actually don't know, but I don't remember. It's been...
Incuritis, yeah, we heard it before, yeah.
Probably. I like how it's called incuritis as in doesn't have a cure. Incurable.
Yeah, it's Latin for I don't have a cure.
Fuck. Which is not actually true, by the way.
No, I know, I'm just messing with.
Incuritis, well, I guess we did mention this before, but in case you don't remember, if you look at the replica over there, replica which the remedy for incuritis may be extracted. I don't know why it's called that, because it's a lie already.
Yeah, anyways, incuritis, go.
Incuritis, I've heard of that before.
Why don't you read that article for us, Apollo? Just leave the TV guide page to me.
Alright, let me read.
Let me read. Okay, I'll read.
No, you read it.
Okay. Incuritis syndrome first case in country. Disease strikes closer to home than ever before. And
here's a picture of a hospital, and then there's a chart.
There's a chart on the
there's a chart. The red line is something, the blue line is another thing. I don't know what those mean because we're not telling everything is blur.
I'm assuming one is like how many incuritis what's the word? Syndrome? Not syndrome.
Yes.
God. Patients, I guess.
Yes.
Afflicted, yes, and then the other one's probably outside. One is like in Japan, the other is probably outside Japan. Or something like that.
Maybe.
If not, one is in the country that we know, Virginia, and the other is probably in Japan.
Probably.
Which is it's a good guess, at least.
Try not to use the paces with the funnies if you can.
I want to see what's the joke of the day, damn it.
It's very important, Tracy. You don't know how funny these things is. Otherwise, I'll just be depressed the whole day.
Oh, excuse me. I'm having a big of a.
I may have caught incuritis.
My apologies for the delay. Court is now in search for the trial. How do you say this name again? Maki Tobai, our suspect, fortissimo. Right. It's his trial, in any case.
The defense is prepared, Your Honor.
Rock! Wait a minute, I'm not saying that. The prosecution is ready to rock.
Something wrong, Your Honor?
No, well, yes. It's just, I've been friends with the Chief Justice since we were students. It pains me to see him going through such a difficult time.
Incuritis, was it? That uncle said there is no known cure.
Judge, let me say, with all honesty, I feel your pain. But now's not the time for tears. Now's the time for law. Law and order? Oh, wait. Wait a minute.
It's time for the law.
Indeed. We left off at quite the juncture yesterday. Now we gotta remember. I asked Interpol about that number. Oh, the number! Yeah, the number that was on the floor in blood. That's an Interpol number. The agent registered under this number was Romain Letus. Thanks for looking into that. For us, Detective Chris said. It's a great help. Oh, no problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading out.
Hold it.
Yeah.
It is I. Wait. The voice just now. It was him. I'm sure of it.
It was him?
That voice I heard talking to Mr. Letus. When I heard the gunshots fire. It was him. It was Mr. Darien.
No way! Oh God, I've been busted.
No way! I can't believe this!
No, thanks, Eggman. Quite a sensational ending. Yeah. Who would have thought Darien would guest star in the season cliffhanger as a suspect? I asked the prosecution to look into this matter. Please tell the court your findings. Darien Crescent is a member of my band, the Governors. He is also a detective, making the current charges serious indeed. Yet after investigation, I have found no cause to alter our case or file new charges.
And the reason is?
Weren't you aware, Air Forehead? Ah, my fist! He has
I
an
really should stop
impeccable
banging the wall there.
Yeah, he has an impeccable ally. An alibi? Let us review the facts again, shall we? The concert held on the night after shooting was in 3 sets. Yeah? You remember that? The Governors ripped up the stage during the first set. For the second set, our guests took center stage. The only performers appearing were myself, Lamerois, and Maki, along with a drummer and bassist, for a total of 5. The shooting in the dressing room, however, took place during the third set. Lamerois defended Maki Tobai and left the stage at that point. And the Governors were already rocking.
We're rocking bro.
This is when 2 shots rang out at the scene of the crime. Shots heard by Detective Emma Sky, mind you.
And Apollo, you heard it too, right?
I sure did.
Furthermore, Lamerois herself witnessed the moment of the crime. Well, perhaps I should say she heard the moment of the crime, when she claims to have heard Mr. Latouche and Detective Crescent talking. But that's impossible! Detective Crescent was... Precisely. Detective Crescent was on stage getting his groove on, no less.
Get a groove on!
Voila! A perfect alibi! Does the defense have anything to add to this? Let me just say now.
It's bullshit!
Yeah, this is bullshit.
It's true. When I heard those gunshots, he must have been on stage. Dude, there's something here that doesn't quite add up.
It appears the defense has no objections. I believe we can safely say that Derek Crescent's alibi has been acknowledged. Which means the Lamerois was sadly mistaken. A testimony cannot be true. Very well. Of course, if we disregard his testimony, then I see no evidence keeping us from declaring a verdict. If indeed there are no objections.
Uh-oh, Apollo! If we declare the verdict now?
Prosecutor Gavin's case is airtight. Lamar might have been lying to protect Maki. Can I rely on her testimony? Wait, what about yesterday's in the detention center? I don't know why I said corner there. I thought I said center corner.
Hamada.
Leave 3 crab
Why do you have to
key.
say just move on? I'll say hamada.
About the case. What about the case? He wants to tell us about Mr. Rito's death?
This meeting's over. That's Crescent. Yeah, this meeting's over.
That is very sus of you to tell me that.
Darian!
And then we all know what happened after that.
Maki was trying to tell us something, I know it. Maybe the best thing to do is ask him under oath.
Very well, the court finds to defend... what's his name again? Objection!
His name is Objection, Your Honor.
No, that wasn't it. It was something like Marky or Mr. Justice?
No, it's not Mr. Justice either. Your Honor, before you declare a verdict, I would like to call another witness.
Who else do you need to hear from?
A witness who until now has not been given a chance to speak in this court. Because it doesn't speak English.
You don't mean...
I do. The defense calls the defendant Maki Tobaye to the stand.
What? But it doesn't speak English.
Yeah, that's what I said. Pay attention, Your Honor. Catch up! We'll use an interpreter.
Interpreter? I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. I only speak a few phrases such as I love you and where's the toilet.
The defense would like to request Lamarara as the interpreter.
Lamerois? But there's a possibility she's protecting the defendant.
But she's been interpreting the defendant. Why would she lie?
This is most unusual. Bravo, Air Forehead. Herr Judge, the prosecution agrees with the defense's request. If Lamerois lies, I'll be able to tell.
So, hold on. Even though you said a few minutes ago that you only know a few words, you were still
Like
able
go to the toilet.
you're still able to understand. What contradiction are you on, Clavier?
Anyway, even my limited knowledge of the language should be enough for that. Ah, bullshit, shut up. You're not a freaking Borginian dictionary or something. Well, if both prosecution and defense are up for this, I see low cause for refusal.
Finally, some progress.
Bailey, please show the defendant and la miroir to the witness stand.
Ah,
Both of them? Yeah, that's both. That makes sense. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Shall we proceed?
yeah.
Your name to begin with. If you would, la miroir. Oh, that's you, sorry.
Yes.
Hamana.
He says Maki Tabaye, defendant.
It is certainly first for this courtroom. Not that we really need an interpretation of that message in particular.
So far, so good.
Very well. Mr. Justice, if you would.
Huh? If I would what, Your Honor?
What? You called the defendant to the stand, did you not? What would you have him to testify about?
What do I want him to testify about? I hadn't thought that far yet.
Hello, aren't you going to ask him what he was about to tell us yesterday?
How can I if I don't know what he was saying? Excuse me a moment if I might speak.
Yes, la miroir.
Just now Maki said there's something about which he wishes to testify.
Oh.
Maki wants to testify about something? What could it be?
What sort of testimony is he talking about?
One moment, please.
Okay.
The suspense is killing me!
You're thinking too long.
What? 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 Tell me!
Well, la miroir.
According to Maki, he has proof of his innocence.
What?
Well, that can be useful.
This is a surprise.
Yahoo! Victory, Apollo! We did it!
Oh,
We don't
don't
know
tell
what
him-
he's gonna say
oh.
yet.
Yeah, exactly. Don't celebrate yet.
This is something too good to believe. You know what that usually means.
Well,
Means
if
we're
that's
gonna be
true-
fucked up, that's what it means.
Well, if that's true, then this is vital testimony. La miroir. I mean, Bucky. Please testify to the court.
Very well.
Alright, let's go.
It's a testimony.
Proof of innocence. Alright.
He says the word of Mr. Vitus's death came as a great shock. But if the killing true fell the lyrics of my song, I, that is, he, would not have done it. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them.
Well, that's true, he doesn't. I see. He wouldn't have understood the English lyrics to the song. That would prevent him from following them so closely. I wondered what he meant by proof. But he would only have to ask La Miroir to know the meaning of that song.
Well, Mirar, did you ever explain the lyrics to that song to him? I did tell him generally what the song was about, but never in much detail, and he never asked.
But repeated warning already fled that forehead. La Miroir might be protecting the witness. Oh, shut up, asshole. Well, anyway, let's proceed with the cross-examination. Mr. Justice, if you would.
Yes, Your Honor. Something is in the testimony, I know it. I just have to trust my bracelet to tell me where. Work yesterday will work today.
Or maybe never. Have you thought about it?
So we have to use the bracelet here.
It's already on. Okay. So we gotta perceive on one of the quotes. Oh boy. Yeah, we gotta pay attention to his model a little bit. But we can press no matter what, anyways.
You can. To
Alright.
advance, we do need to perceive the right sentence. And also, as you may notice throughout the sentence, Maki does not exchange expressions, so it's not very easy
Nope.
to find this one.
No. Besides, he has sunglasses. If you could see his eyes, that would have been better.
You know what? That's not a bad idea, NS.
Because. if
Do you
there was a
want
way
to
we could-
try it in one of the statements?
What, press or perceive?
Perceive.
Let me see. He says the word missile to that, but the killing I that he could not have done it. He says that because the letters are in English, he does not understand it. I have a feeling he does know some English. Don't ask why. I have a feeling he does know something.
Alright, let's try perceive him with the bracelet.
The last quote. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them.
Right, let's try to perceive that.
Yep.
Since
Let's do
this
it.
was your idea, and it already aims at him. You can see his eyes here.
Yeah. Let me see if the eyes move.
Yep.
Oh, it does! It does! It does! When he says are in English, he moves his eyes to his left. He moves his eyes to his left.
Right.
As soon as he says are in English. Pay attention to that. If you
Yeah, no, I noticed that. I just paused it way too late because it was already in the next statement. God damn it! I keep pressing circle. Hold on a second.
You gotta perceive at the point where he says are in English because his eyes are moving slightly to the left. Oh, let me try. Confirm. See if it is.
Kind of hard to tell because the red markings kind of block the where the eyes are if you look at it the wrong way.
Yeah, but I did notice that. I might be right on this one.
No, you are right. I already knew that.
Yeah, okay. Go.
But yeah, you were right on track on that one. Especially when you said the eyes. If you could see the eyes, and it's like, yep, you're on track.
Because imagine if the eyes were not there. This would have been hard. Definitely.
Right.
Yeah. Let's go.
Maki. You can't fool my eyes. I can't see through sunglasses, apparently. You glanced towards her at the very moment Lamira said the word English. Why? And don't bother interpreting that. He understands me.
Yep, I had a feeling about that, to be honest.
Maki, tell me the truth. You can understand English, can't you? What are you saying? Of course he can't. Does he continue this charade? Mr. Justice, Maki says this. I know the word English. Huh? Before coming to this country, you heard me speaking. You heard me speaking English. You earned the name for this language, that is all. What? Give me a break. Is that such an unusual word to understand?
Shut up. Shut up.
Do you not know what is Spaniel, for instance?
Oh, fuck off.
Well, yeah, but... I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but truly does not understand your language. Well then, explain this! How does he know that the crime followed the lyrics?
Oh.
Have you always been such a suspicious-minded lad?
I'm just gonna save again, just in case. Give me a second. Okay?
It is simple. So simple it hardly requires explanation. You read about it in the newspaper.
Oh.
Newspaper?
Is it the one we got? Oh, no.
Oh, we'll look into that. The Virginia Daily Bugle.
Bugle!
They bite...
Like the Spider-Man one. Yeah, Daily Bugle.
As in, whatever. In the country
Daily
these
Bugle,
days,
yeah.
you know. They already begun to report about this case in our homeland. I was right. What is wrong, Mr. Justice? Your eyes, they are quite fierce all of a sudden. Maki's lying. Maybe it's time to show some proof. Let's look at that newspaper.
Yeah. It says Incurable Syndrome, first case in country. First case in country.
No, not that one.
Okay. Replica? No. What does it say here? Oh, it says sample. Oh, I didn't notice you could look at this. It says sample on the replica, by the way. Look at this. Yeah, it says sample. Huh. Interesting. Oh, Borginian. Is it the Borginian newspaper?
Yeah, there we go.
Is this the one?
Yeah, the article says it doesn't mention the lyrics in Lamara's ballad.
It does mention the murder of the guy. You see the... what's it say? Latoufe. There's Latouf's picture on the left.
Right, but it doesn't mention the lyrics.
No. So, present the Borginian newspaper.
Yeah.
Take that! Fuck off.
I have here the Virginia newspapers and the Virginia Daily Bugle. I don't know. I don't know. I said Bugle. You're a Bugle. As a matter of fact, indeed, there's a feature article about the case. Do read this for me, Maki. That's right. It doesn't mention the lyrics. What? What is this all about? I'm sorry, Maki. You couldn't have read about the lyrics in the Virginia newspaper.
We broke Maki. Oh no! We broke the kid. What does this mean?
But I don't see how it's possible. Ah, I know. You must have heard the lyrics from the police were doing their questioning, yes?
Boy, stop that. Not possible. The subject of the lyrics was not brought up in police questioning. I read the full report myself. Yeah, when we actually went to see Clavier, he was reading something. That was probably the report.
The lyrics weren't in the newspaper, and the police didn't mention them. The only place you could hear them was in the courtroom.
Yep, that's another one.
In English, no less.
Or in the Japanese version, in Japanese. Anyways, the witness will explain herself. Himself.
Maki says he says.
Yes?
It is true, I read it in the newspaper. But this is not what I learned of the lyrics. I was mistaken. Now I remember. You remember? He says he heard the lyrics from me. What? That's completely different.
Is this true, Lamirois?
Yes, I'm afraid I have forgotten myself.
Then it looks like R4 has been jumping to conclusions
It's
again.
back and forward.
Yeah, I know. It seems so, yes.
No. It's onto something, I know it. I can't let this chance slip away.
Yeah, hold on, let me say something again. Because, again, I'm now gonna make sure that this is... Yeah. There's an issue today, Mr. Justice. Are you finished with the cross-examination?
What are you going to do, Apollo?
If I'm going to keep on cross-examination, I better have an angle of attack. Or else.
Or else. Or else.
The person is still reacting.
There's more.
Your Honor, please allow me to continue.
If you must, you must. Very well. Witness?
I understand.
There's more. Okay, so we got one. It was I who explained that the crime followed the song. Okay, that was
Okay,
that.
this one I don't know what exactly is, but I have a suspicion as who it is. It was I who explained the crime or follow the song. Since it's the new statement, this is the one we probably have to perceive. Hey there, Strawberry Jeremy. Jam? I can't
Strawberry jam. Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
welcome to the stream.
Welcome. Oh, we can look at both. I just realized that.
Yep.
Okay, so it's one of them that's doing the thing, right?
Alright, I guess we should perceive this statement. Otherwise, it's
Yeah, right. I'm already doing that.
good.
Hey,
Oh
just
god, this is so zoomed in.
let me have a look if Maki's doing anything. Okay, his eyes are not moving this time. Okay, so the eyes are not a thing anymore. Okay, let me look down.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's on Maki, definitely. No, it's not. Okay, no, it's not on Maki. It's on La Miroir that I gotta look at.
Gotta remember.
Is this La Miroir? It has to be La Miroir because Maki does not do anything.
I just don't know where it is.
Yeah, that's okay, that's okay.
Ah, audio, why?
Okay, her eyes are not moving. Oh, but then again, she can't see. So, what am I saying?
Let me check if there's any other new statements besides this one.
You can stop, right?
Yeah, you can just stop.
Oh wait, I can pass. Sorry. I can pass. Let me just hear one more time, but then if there's nothing, I'll... Oh, I saw it. It's at the beginning.
Which
A
one?
throat. A throat. It was I who explained. Her throat is like she's gulping.
She
At
is?
the very
It's
beginning.
the gulp again?
Yep.
I didn't even notice
Yep.
that. I was looking
Yeah,
at
go.
I was
like-
looking at the throat knowing that it might have been there, but
It's- yeah,
oh yeah, it's very visible, god.
Yeah, but no, I have to pay attention to the actual throat. It was I who explained that the
Oh, God.
throat is moving. So
Mhm.
perceive, and confirm. Fuck you. Fuck you, Lummy. You're doing the throat thing again.
Stop
Why?
stop gulping! I mean, I didn't say that. Anyways.
Go. So I was right. It's just that it wasn't because I had to look at Maki first. Here's how I did it. I look at Maki, Nothing. Zero, nothing.
Zero,
And then
nothing.
I thought, okay, go switch to Labrador.
Hmm.
Didn't see it the first time,
They
but
make-
then when I saw the throat, I was like, son of a bitch, she's doing it again!
Oh. Anyways, I'm
No.
currently examining Maki. Why
Ah.
should you be uncertain? Me uncertain? Yes, you saw the very moment you told the court. It was I who explained. I see. There was no point in trying to hide anything from you. One more, are you indeed protecting someone? That is not a question... Oh, sorry, that was wrong, but...
That is not a question with a simple
That
answer.
is not a question with a simple answer. To tell you the truth, I do not believe in myself. Then allow me to answer for you. One more, you're protecting... Trucy! I mean, there's only one obvious answer, really.
Is it Maki?
Yeah, it should be. Imagine not being Maki.
It's Maki, right?
Yeah. One more, you're protecting Maki. That's why you lied and told us that you had explained how the crime followed the song. I don't fault you for trying to help, but this is not the way.
This is the wrong way.
You're going the wrong way.
Turn around, you're going the wrong way. If you
Maki,
know what
I
reference I'm doing,
believe you
congratulations.
didn't do it really. I trust you. But you have lied to us twice.
Yep.
And now you have Lamura lying on your behalf.
I thought the Hama sounds for a reason. Maki became Hama. I'm
Virginian is armor language. I didn't know that. If this is going to work, you have to trust me too.
No, my God. I apologize. If Hama's watching this, I'm sorry, dude.
You two lies cover a simple truth. You understand English. You have to. Damn it! He knows.
Ah! Yeah,
I now can do "ach" in English, even though that's a universal.
Wait, am I supposed to be Maki?
No, I'm
Am I
Maki.
supposed to be Maki? Oh, you're Maki. Okay. Witness, is this true? Do you understand English?
Yes, a little only.
Oh my God. It's like he's talking very slowly. What? First he could see, now he can talk.
Ah,
And
well, we
you-
could always talk. You just couldn't speak in English. Don't be stupid,
You,
Kanye.
you dumbass, shut up. And you did not know about this, Lamerois?
No, I did not. It is quite a surprise.
Where did he go to? Like, Oxford? He's 14, he can't go to Oxford. How many secrets is this with this hiding?
This is last. Maki, could you tell us what really happened? No shooting. I did not shooting.
I did no shoot. No, I did no shoot. He speaks like he's a Chinese man. Good lord. Good lord. No shoot. I did no shooting. What? Is he Chinese now? All of a sudden?
No, he's
Come on,
Virginian. Pay attention, Ennis.
I know. I'm kidding. Relax.
So you weren't in the dressing room when you heard the two gunshots, correct?
Apparently, the answer to that question is a simple later.
I was in dressing room, behind desk, manager on the floor. Should be after the shooting, right? Then there is voice.
Voice or
Voices! Was it you and Emma, Apollo?
So when Maki went into the dressing room, Mr. Vitosa had already been shot. And then we came to the door. Panel high up, I take off. Run away, run away. I'm sorry, I didn't read.
it was you who escaped through that air vent.
So it was you who escaped the air vent.
Immediately.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I mean-
already told us that.
Exactly, so we already knew that. The prosecution has upheld all along, no less. The defendant has admitted to being at the scene. But we take this as a confession.
The waiter just said
Oh,
that he
fuck.
didn't shoot, so I don't know what part of
No,
the
fuck
confession
off,
you're
asshole.
trying to get, Clavier. No, he's clearly denied that he did it. I know shooting. Manager on floor, already on floor.
The man already been shot, you say? I find that hard to believe. The defendant understood the song lyrics. He was at the scene of the crime. Oh, my fist hurts. This can only be one thing. He is the shooter. Fuck off. Does the defendant have anything to say to this? God dang it.
He's clapped up, Apollo.
Let's ask Mr. Justice. Let me say it. I'm doing this. I don't care. Will you require any further testimony from the witness?
That it? Is there nothing else I can get him to testify about? Wait. No, of course there is.
What is... Anyway.
Oh, the sample. That's right. That's right. This thing.
Wound the silk is a potent cure.
A cure?
For incuritis? Oh yeah, that's the one, right? Wasn't this the thing to solve incuritis? I think that's what it is, right? Yeah.
Well, Bucky, are you... smuggler?
Oh, that too, yeah. We never figured out if he was a smuggler.
He won't tell me.
It's top secret, apparently.
That Raccoon has to have something to do with this.
Yeah.
Maki, please tell us the truth. For the sake of, for your own sake.
For your own sake. For the sake of everybody.
No. No more speak. Not to any of you.
So much for your precious trust. Oh my god. So much for your
So
precious
much for your favorite toast, Apollo.
No, I said trust instead of trust. Oh my
Trust?
god.
So much for your trust.
I'm becoming human now. Very slowly.
Oh my
What?
god.
Anyway.
Hey,
so
you
much
were
for
the
your
one who
precious-
didn't believe him.
Forehead. Forehead. Yeah, you were the one that didn't believe. Yeah. Well, fuck off, asshole. Regardless, this brings us to an impasse.
You're an impasse.
It is seen that the defense and defendant are at odds. I thought we are likely to learn anything more value should this continue. I see no other course but to declare a 5-minute recess. The defense will work things out with the defendant so that we might proceed.
Yay, recess! Goes into the slide. Whee!
Oh my god. It's the way it says justice is so funny. You gotta say Yus. It's like Eustace.
Apollo Eustace.
Yeah.
That's justice. Better run out to say it if you ever want to get home. Believe. I know no shooting. Lucky claims Mr. Vitus was already down on the ground when he entered the room.
Maybe it was a trap and he walked right into it?
I like how his hair looks like a wing. I just realized that.
That's pretty cool, actually. That's a nice hairstyle. I love it.
Suddenly, I hear a revolver. Close. Very close. Then, I hear a voice. You heard the gunshots? Yes. It's true. I hear a revolver, but only sound. Wait, you're saying you went into the dressing room? And found Mr. Vitus already dead? And then you heard shots? If that's true...
Heard those shots?
Yeah, you have to repeat that, you cut out.
So you were at the scene of the crime when you heard those shots?
And you escaped to the air vent. I know.
Oh.
Well, you already said that, but that cut out again. Jesus Christ, this
No,
word.
because if I do a high-pitched voice, it just cuts out.
That's why I told you to not do an high-pitched voice. I don't know why you keep doing it.
What do you know? What do you know?
If I do it like this, I don't think it cuts out that much.
I know if opening. Sorry, I'm
Vent.
doing it wrong.
Opening vent. Opening vent.
Ah.
Yeah.
I know if I opening vent, I can leave stage and backstage. So the vents went both stage and backstage area. Is that what he means?
Hey, Apollo.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Look at that. There's the vent up there. Yeah, makes sense.
Huh? Yeah. But how did you know it was connected like that?
Wait, I bet his father was the architect that designed the hall or something.
That's very
What?
specific.
Very specific.
I heard
Yeah.
this from magician.
Ah.
Magician?
Don't look at me.
A magician, huh?
Well, at least we're clear on one thing.
It wasn't me.
Maki didn't shoot.
No.
Maki didn't shoot Mr. Latus.
Yeah, but what does that leave us with? We're supposed to say he went into a room and find the body, and then he heard the shots. The one's going to go over well in the court, not? Sorry, I don't know why I read it like
No,
that.
you gotta stop the sentence then. Not.
Sorry. That's one.
Apollo, you're his
That's
defense.
one's going to over well. That's not. That's. Is that the? That's. I think that's wrong.
Never mind. Anyway.
That's
Apollo,
one that's
you're
not going well in court. That's what it should say. Or no,
Yeah,
no,
that's okay.
that one is going well over. Sorry, God. This is
Over
hard.
well. It's over well.
Okay,
It's
that's
like a
not
full
that.
word.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's move on.
Anyways.
Apollo, you're his defense. You're supposed to believe whatever he says, even lies. That's what Daddy always told me.
You have to believe all the lies they tell you until they're evil. In which case, you kill them. Sorry, I skipped that part. I'll just pretend I misheard. You misheard him
Misheard.
every time. So what do we do?
You're sure you won't testify, Maki?
No talking. No.
Well, what's worth a shot?
A cocoon.
Hamana.
I can't go home.
Can't go home.
Why do I do the hama sounds? I can't stop it. The next thing I'll hear is. Yeah. No, Hama, don't hit me! Anyway. Excuse me. I spit it all over my
Can't
chin.
go home.
No, because I did it. So, excuse me.
I can't go home to Virginia. I do not want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Virginia is death.
That's right, it's death penalty.
You're right. It's punishable by death. Of course he's scared.
Yeah, because if he mentions it, he
Well,
gets
I
the
guess
death-
you're dead. Bye!
Well, now
Also,
what?
we'll have to try a different approach.
That's the spirit, Apollo. So, what's your plan?
If Maki won't testify about it, we'll have to get someone else to testify.
Someone
Else?
Don't we're out of time. Let's get back to in there.
right.
I think I know who this someone else is. I think. Court is now back in section. Mr. Justice, have you sorted things out with the defendant?
No.
No.
Yes, Your Honor. We had a good talk.
Very well.
Good
so will you
talk,
testify?
champ.
Good job, good job.
Your Honor, the defendant will not testify.
What?
I said it was good talk. I didn't say it was gonna talk.
Yeah, exactly. Shame. Yeah, I thought this was your big chance to turn the case around.
Actually, it is. The defense would like to approach this case from a different angle, Your Honor.
A different angle?
If Maki won't testify,
Let me just say it again.
then I know who will. I would like to cross-examine the witness in this case, Lamarar.
Let me what? What are you up to now? I thought we determined yesterday that Lameroi's testimony was insubstantial.
Objection
There's
incoming.
nothing you can.
Lamarar was taken to the hospital yesterday with injuries.
Oh, we saw that, yeah. What happened?
She was assaulted, Your Honor.
Assaulted?
Someone wanted Lamarar dead. Thankfully, she was able to save herself.
What? I've heard no such report.
Prosecutor Gavin. Why would anyone be out to kill Lamarar? Can you think of a reason?
L? Ah, you have no answer. Good. We're on the right track.
Think of how she is known in our country, a singer from overseas who doesn't speak English. Yet someone tried to keep her mouth shut. So who could have it been? Think? Feel? Sorry, that's the only word I heard from that text. We're playing Final Fantasy 14. Aiden, is that you? I hear the voice. I might have chosen one. I do. It was the same person who shot Mr. Latouche. The killer was afraid of her. Afraid what she might say. The defense believes that something was hidden in her testimony yesterday. Something the killer doesn't want getting out.
I mean, we all know the killer, so at this point, I'm like, okay, I know where this is going.
I don't.
So am I to understand that this is what you are saying? Namely, that there is a nugget of truth in Lamiroi's testimony. A nugget we have yet to uncover.
Exactly.
If Lemuel was attacked, this has serious implications.
Applications?
Very well. Implication. Jesus Christ. I said implications.
That would imply that you didn't say applications.
Anyways, there were some fake points in her testimony during yesterday's trial. Perhaps we did not inquire as deeply as we might have into some. The court will hear Lemuel's testimony once more. And just one more time, because I'm running out of time here.
But once more, I mean, we're gonna hear it a bunch of times. This is her final testimony, after all.
Lemuel, I must apologize. We must ask you to stand again and speak.
You need not to apologize. I know that Maki is innocent. And I will do all that I can until the court realizes this. Let's review testimony from yesterday. You told us that you heard 2 gunshots and a shooter voice through the window. And that voice belonged to Darren Crescent, yes? That is me.
That is correct, yeah.
That is correct, that is me.
Yeah. At which point I proved she could not be correct. She couldn't have heard any of these things. The window at the scene was closed and was found to be quite soundproof. Do we have to hear this again? You have nothing to say to that, Mr. Justice?
I do. I don't know exactly what yet, but I do know there is something else.
There's something there. Jesus. There's
There
something
is?
there. Yeah. No, he said there's something there, not something else. He says there's something there.
There's something there. I swear to God, I know how to read.
There is, it seems, much you do not know. And yet it is my duty to hear about. Perhaps the witness would be so kind as to testify once more to the court.
But just once, not twice, not thrice, not 4 times. Yes, Your Honor.
Of course, Your Honor.
Of course, Your Honor. I didn't read it. I just assumed she said yes. Which,
Well,
I guess she did, but whatever. What I heard... I was on my way from the stage to the backstage. Also, this is not the final testimony version. I don't know why you guys thought this was gonna be the last testimony.
Anyway, I mean, I know it's not. No, for her it might be, but it's not the end of the game. The game. I mean, the episode.
Oh,
That's what I meant.
that's true. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. That's when I heard them. Mr. Utus and the detective. I heard a faint sound of a gunshot and stopped. Then I heard another gunshot. There was a smell of gunpowder. I knew I must tell someone, but... I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past a small window.
Bullshit. You do know that's not true. Pretty much the same as yesterday's testimony. But she said it a different way this time.
But said it
That's
with a
still
different tone. I'm sorry. I am not used to speaking much in this language. Perhaps my descriptions are lacking in some sort of way. Yet everything I have said is the truth.
Here. Yeah. Then it is my distinct displeasure to say this. What you have said to have happened is impossible. Fuck off.
Do I have to repeat myself? Lamoror was attacked because of this testimony.
Oh boy.
What, Risi?
Polo. You know, for a moment there, you were pretty cool.
Maybe I do
Okay.
better when I don't try to think ahead.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Perhaps you can coolly cross-examine the witness. Hey, good job, Judge. Hey, good job.
Yeah, I know, I'm pretty funny too.
Okay, know this? Okay, so we gotta do this the normal way. Alright, I was on my way for the best stage. That's when I heard them. There are another gunshot. So we have to press for a bit. Alright,
Yeah?
should we start with the last one? I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past the small window.
You want to press the last one?
Yeah, I wanna press this.
You were in a hurry. To go where?
The bathroom, silly. Were you not paying attention?
I was on my
Got me.
way to the backstage exit, as I have said. Why were you in such a hurry then? Well, I don't think that has anything to do with this case.
Ooh, wait a minute.
It very well might. Please answer the question.
Are you alright, Amiwa.
Yes, I'm just tired.
Recall what I told you yesterday, Airforehead. Amiwa suffers from serious amnesia. And please refrain from traumatizing her further.
What, so we can just dismiss the question he thinks are too traumatizing?
Why don't you prove her reason had a connection to the case before asking about it, yeah? Prosecutor's objection is sustained. The current question is moot, Mr. Justice. Please continue with your cross-examination.
I was attacked because of this testimony. I know she was. Something got to be hidden here.
Maybe there's some detail we're missing?
Guess we'll just have to get her to fill in the blanks.
In the blanks. So press everything until we find the right one.
Well, we definitely have
I
to
guess.
press our last statement after we find something.
Yeah. So I guess press everything. I
Yeah,
guess.
sure, why not? Let's press the first
Let's
one.
go for the first statement because okay, one of these has to be like something, a blank.
Is something wrong? No, I said all it, but she's saying the same thing she said before.
Mr. Justice?
Sorry, it's nothing. Please continue your testimony. Okay, that was a waste of time.
Oh no, why they mean about the reckless youth these days. One right over there is a shining example, Herr Judge. Herr Judge.
You're the last person who should be pointing fingers, Mr. Rockstar.
Okay, now the second stage. Alright.
Darren Crescent? I did not know his name at the time. But yes, it was him, and the one who took the stand yesterday.
Many times I need to remind you that's impossible. There's no way you could have heard him.
Because the window at the scene was closed. Is that why?
Of course. Apollo, if we keep asking the same questions as yesterday, we won't get anywhere.
She's right. Maybe there is a different angle.
Here we go. What were they talking about? Did you hear anything else, or no need? They're talking about no, hear anything else, just a gunshot, so that question sounds irrelevant. Yeah, we never know what they were talking about originally, didn't we? We never know. We didn't know. We don't know what they were talking about.
That's true. We could try and figure that out.
Yeah, what were they talking about? Let's make that answer. Let's make that question. Sorry. Yeah.
One more. Do you, by any chance, remember what you were saying to each other? If so, please tell us. I was giving much reflection, but I was afraid of this. Doesn't remember. I only heard one phrase clearly. A whole phrase?
You remember something that was said?
Why didn't you say anything yesterday? Though my memory is clear, I was afraid to speak. You see, I do not understand what it was said. This could be it. Who we've been waiting for.
Well, calm down, dude.
Well, what did he say? It was the other man speaking, not Mr. Watus.
Oh, Darian. Okay.
The shoot? Darian Crescent.
Well, what did he say?
It's over. Press the switch now.
Which? And the shooter said this to the victim, Mr. Latus?
I thought it was quite strange myself afterwards.
It is a mystery. What could it possibly be? I think I know what the switch is. It's to turn off the stage, right? To turn off the lights. Basically.
No.
Okay, well that was one possibility that I was thinking. Mr. Justice, care to shed some light on this? Oh, I see what he did there.
I mean, sure, I can't read that part because it went too fast. I'd be delighted. It's very vital. Maybe we could add that to the testimony?
Yeah, let me just add safe first.
Maybe Apollo.
Maybe Apollo.
Maybe Apollo. Apollo and the Krager?
It's this one, yeah. From the small, you just say this first.
From a small window, I heard a voice say, "Press the switch now."
Okay, so that was added. Should we press it?
Yeah, maybe.
Let's do that first.
Perhaps. And it was Detective Darren Crescent's voice. Yes, I'm sure of it.
It's over, press the switch. Why would he say that to Mr. Latus?
Apollo, the murder weapon, the revolver was Mr. Latus's, right?
Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah?
Yeah, what
of it?
Well, maybe when he said, press the switch,
he really meant to say, pull the trigger.
Because his English isn't so good.
Arkashani's native speaker. Jersey, pay attention. Oh, right.
Oh, right. Sorry, I kind of forgot what was what.
Press the switch. Not something a killer usually says to their victim, is it?
Was there no one else in the room?
I do not know.
I'm blind. What do you think? I can't
I
see
heard it was
anything.
Mr. Tosin, a detective.
Okay. The switch.
What could a switch mean?
I guess we can continue. For now. I heard a faint sound of
Sure.
gunshot. Let's go for the fourth staple. Let's press it. Yeah, let's press the other ones first, and then we'll discuss the stage thing.
Alright. There were 2 gunshots? Yes, I heard 2. One after the other. That fits with the bullet holes at the scene.
One's
Nothing
low,
really
one's
new
up.
here to pick up.
No. Yeah, okay, so this is new. Okay, that's not new. Smell gunpowder, knew myself someone, but... press this. She says, but...
Why didn't you tell someone immediately? Well,
If it were me, I would have gone to the police right away. It's our duty as citizens. That's maybe beside the point, but America isn't a citizen. At least not this country. Someone would hope such common sense prevails in Virginia as well.
I'm aware.
Everyone
Oh,
seems
wait.
that's me. Everyone seems awfully quiet all of a sudden.
That's strange. Could she be hiding something? It is, as you say, yet at the time.
Yeah, then it's the new quote. Okay, gotcha. She's hiding something. Huh. Oh, gunpowder. Let me think. There was a smell of gunpowder. I knew myself someone, but...
Let me get up for a second.
Yeah,
Drink some
please.
water while you think.
And I heard a voice say, "Press the switch now." I'm trying to think, what's the switch here, man?
I would recommend you check the court record. Since it's been a bit.
Well, I can't present, so... Let's see. Tape, headset, igniter...
Oh god, I'm sweating.
Oh! Is the switch the remote trigger?
That is a switch of some
Yeah.
kind.
From the small window, I heard a voice say, "Press the switch now." Now, what did the switch do originally? It would ignite the igniter, the one that looks like a bomb.
Right.
That's the thing that burned Clavier's guitar. That burned Clavier's guitar.
Which means this was doing...
It was supposed to explode something.
When did the guitar explode?
During the second set. During the when I say second set, it's Lameroi's performance.
Right. Which
If there's
means that
triggers-
Krishan wasn't in the stage that during that time.
It says triggers an igniter within
Right.
30 feet. So you must have been at least 30 feet from the stage to at least use the remote trigger. But here's the thing. If she heard him say a phrase which was "press the switch now," either it was Mr. O'Too's telling him to press the switch, or the other way around. Crescent telling him to use the remote trigger.
But who is he
O'Too's-
telling this to? That's the question, though.
That's true. Let me have a look at the forum diagram again. So we got the dressing rooms. The question is it 30 feet away from the stage? You know, 'cause that's what I'm wondering.
There's also another point that I should bring up, because if you remember when the guitar burns, they are up in the tower, which makes the distance even longer.
That's true. Yes.
So,
Because 30 feet up there, probably wouldn't work.
so
well, if
the
it's
switch
more than
would
that-
have to be closer.
Yeah, it would have to be it would have to be on the like on the audience. Basically.
Yeah, on the stage. Oh, yeah, on the audience on the
yeah,
stage.
the audience. The
Because
audience.
they couldn't do it from the dressing room. That's just
No,
the
no,
thing
no,
I
no.
want to point out. But that
Also, there's the
this will
headset.
become important in a bit. But for the time being, we probably should present the switch to the statement, the third
the
statement.
remote trigger, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, Jesus Christ, the audio.
Also, let's not forget another thing that's also 30 feet away. The headset. The headset. Let's not forget that one either.
That might be important.
Might be important for later, in my opinion.
Press the switch. There's only one key that can unlock the mystery of those words.
Oh? Yet there was nothing at the scene that could be called a switch. Save the lights.
True, and that's what Alice thought, but it doesn't. That didn't happen, so there wasn't a
That was what I thought
switch
too.
at the scene.
Because when you think of a switch, you think you turn off the lights, basically, of the
Yep.
stage. But that's not it.
Yeah, because that didn't happen. But it just so happens I have a switch right here, a Nintendo Switch, and also this trigger I found.
That certainly does look like a switch, doesn't it?
But not a Nintendo one.
No.
The problem is, this was found not at the scene of crime, but on stage.
The stage?
Where the concert was held, yes. This was found in there.
On the stage. Are you claiming that the voice Lamewa heard was of someone commanding another to press this switch?
It's possible. It's a possibility.
It's a possibility, yes. Correct. Objection, I say. Anyway. Oh, forehead. I call that an fuck off. I call that an impossibility.
I call you an impossibility, but here you are.
Well, he has to do his job.
Shush you. Why?
It's hardly necessary for me to remind the court of the layout of the concert forum. The stage is quite far from Lamberoi's dressing room. Not to mention that the gatherers were in the middle of a concert on said stage. We are known for being a quiet band. You could shout all you wanted and not be heard.
Detective voice was loud, but certainly not a shout.
2F Air Forehead's cries of possibility fallen far short of being heard.
Sorry, but he wouldn't have need to shout.
Excuse me?
Hear what I said? Or do you need me to shout it out for you? Would have been quite simple to be heard on the stage from the dressing room. Oh wait, you like evidence, don't you? How about
Let me just
this?
save. Let me just save the game.
Using this would be easy to get the message to someone on the stage from the dressing room.
Oh boy, here we go again. Okay, was it the headset?
Well, that's the only thing we have, so yes.
I was talking about it, so I was like, the headset might be important. Well, here it is.
Prosecutor Gavin, perhaps you're familiar with this?
Why, that's... What is it? Just some kind of new fangled phone they invented while I wasn't looking? Does this look like a phone? Does it have digits, Your Honor? Oh, wait, you're right. Does it have digits?
This is a type of transmitter, a communication device.
Communications? Device?
We have one of those?
Just go to history. Don't worry about it. From what I heard that night. Okay.
From what I heard at night, everyone on stage was wearing one of these. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Gavin?
Yes, actually. They're for talking between band members. We all had one on.
So you admit that if you were wearing one of these, talking from the backstage on the stage would be simple.
Yep. Ow, my fist! Oh, but wait, don't send out an electronic signal. To avoid interference with the audio systems, their range is quite limited. Lamewa said it... Pardon me. Lamewa said it was about 30 feet, right? Yep, that's true.
Look at this cross-section diagram in the constant forum.
Here we go again. Ah!
Exactly, the walk from the stage to the backstage seems far, but the direct distance is less than 30 feet.
Oh boy. That can't be! So when Lamewa heard the shooter's voice, he could have been talking to someone on stage.
Objection!
Well, actually, yeah. Now that he said that, did Miss Solitude's body actually appear on stage afterwards?
What?
Didn't Miss Solitude's body appear afterwards on the stage?
Yeah?
Now I see where this is going now.
Yeah, is
Anyway.
it?
Yeah. Ha! You're claiming this is the switch in question? Why did it have to be on the stage at the time? It could be placed in a pocket and carried anywhere. Someone could have hit it on the stage after the fact. Hey! Hey, he's got a point. How do we know where it was when she heard the voice? When the shooter said, press the switch.
Well, I guess we don't.
An unfortunate situation. I'm afraid that until we know where this switch was, There's no point in debating it. Gotcha.
Sure this was the way to go with this.
What is this? What is this switch anyway? We don't even know that basic fact. Oh, he doesn't know.
Wait a second.
Let me save the game again. Oh, I'm doing that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep doing this. Anyway, go.
See.
I do know what this.
He says that he does the same thing.
I do know what this switch is. Oh, yeah, because
do
we know what
the
it
switch
is.
is.
Yeah,
If we
we know
follow the train of logic to its incredible conclusion, it ends in the proof that completely changes this case.
What's up, Apollo? Apollo?
You know about the switch, right? You know what it is.
Yeah. Why are you acting dumb?
Well, I think of it when I was it used
that
that day. Think of what happened.
Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no further information to share concerning the switch...
Your Honor?
Yes, Mr. Justice?
I've been remiss in not telling the court this before. I know what this switch is.
Well, it seems the defense set upon linking the switch to the case. Let's see your evidence of the link. What evidence do you have to explain what this switch is? The igniter. The igniter. It trigger because the remote trigger triggers this. The igniter was on Cliver's guitar, if I recall. That's how the part started.
Right.
So you gotta present. I believe you gotta present the igniter.
Right, I already did.
Yep. That's basically how it goes.
Prosecutor Gavin, you remember this?
That what? Is it another one of those newfangled phones? Does it look like a phone to you, Your Honor?
This is an igniter. What phone looks like this?
Igniter? You mean it's like a lighter?
Yeah, sure. Yes, actually.
You want to say this switch is a remote?
I am. It's a remote trigger for an igniter.
What?
Look, I'll show you.
Oh boy. Yo! Mr. Justice, you will cease and desist for burning down this courtroom.
Sorry, that was a bit more fire than I expected.
If my whiskers had caught on fire, I would have to shave it off.
Prosecutor
God.
Gavin, let me repeat myself. This switch is a remote igniter trigger. Doesn't that suggest something to you?
You're talking about what happened to me, aren't you? Ah.
Exactly. That night at the concert, there was one unusual burst of flame.
Yep, we saw that. There it is.
Burn my guitar away.
When your guitar caught on fire, yeah. He said, when your guitar caught on fire...
You know what, I need
it'll
to add
be
like two to the Guitar Serenade there, because we did see the Guitar Serenade in the when we were having that flashback. Wasn't that the part... Oh, no, that's you.
No, that's me. Pardon me. Wasn't that part of the stage show, though? Nope.
Prosecutor Gavin was entirely unaware as such a thing had been planned. The guitar that burned was a valuable keepsake.
That's right. He got in Virginia from La Miroir. He said the sound was amazing. Before it burned, of course. And now it just kind of smokes. The better the guitar, the brighter it burns. Our forehead.
Yes?
Don't tell me you're trying to tie these two things together. Don't speak the shooter's voice heard by La Miroir, and the guitar suddenly catching on fire?
I am. Really simple when you think about it. Mr. Utus and the shooter were at the crime scene. The shooter was wearing a headset. He ordered someone on the stage to press the switch. The switch was pressed, the guitar caught on fire.
Well, that does seem to make sense. Though something about it is bugging me. Can't quite put my finger on it.
Really? Seems pretty simple to me.
Oh, for God's sake. Forehead, don't destroy what little respect I have for you. I was expecting something a little more sensible. I guess I was wrong. What's this all about, Prosecutor Gavin? This simple story simply makes no sense. That night, my guitar caught fire, yes. The cause may have been this, indeed. However, the guitar caught fire during the second set. Ah, that's right, of course. Well, we get second time. Guitar caught fire during La Miroir's song. Yeah, she's not
Yeah,
wrong.
we're just seeing his guitar burning very often.
He's not gonna have guitars after this.
Mhm.
His stock of guitars is gonna be out. Indeed, yet the shooting happened during the third set. The two are utterly unrelated. Yes, that must have been what was bugging me. The premise for this is faulty. His story makes no sense. Now shut up, you.
Are you sure about that?
What exactly do you mean, Mr. Justice?
Maybe it's not a premise for my explanation of the switch that's at fault. Maybe it's our premise for the entire case so far.
What is this specifically? I have a feeling we have to
I'm
guess
glad you
something.
ask. I'm saying that maybe the killing didn't take place on the third act.
Oh, what's this? The MS guy heard shots and found the body. All this happened in the third act. Objection! That's after the fact, dumbass.
Gunshots rang out, and according to this testimony, Maki was in that dressing room at the time.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Justice?
Stay with me, Your Honor. He also told us this in his testimony, namely that the victim had already been shot. We all heard the gunshots, but no one saw the shooting.
This is...
Just before the shooting took place, the shooter was heard on his headsets, telling someone to press the switch. The next moment, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames. We know that the remote trigger igniter was inside the guitar. From all these facts, we can draw only one conclusion. The crime did not take place during the third act, but during the ballad performance, the second act.
Naughty!
Nutty!
Order! 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 I want order! But that goes against the evidence!
Fuck the evidence, Your Honor. What does... What does, Your Honor?
This crime was carried out according to the lyrics of that song, yes?
Hey, he's
Hey,
right,
right.
look!
Look.
I'm sorry, I'm not...
The bullet is supposed to come after the fire.
You're thinking about it the wrong way.
Huh?
Look. Why would the shooter craft the events on the day to follow the rigs anyway? It's an awful lot of trouble to go through. With a merit to the person doing it.
Well, I'm sure whoever it was had some reason.
Yes, they did. A reason that made it advantage to follow the lyrics.
You're saying the order was reversed on purpose! Reverse, Prosecutor Gavin? If the criminal followed the lyrics strictly, then yes, the shooting would have had to come after the guitar burst into flame. Yet Airforehead has raised another possibility. Although I hate this. He's claiming that the bullet came not after, but just before the fire.
Couldn't have put it better myself. We were only meant to think that the shooting came after the guitar burst into flames. That was the criminal's objectives. The objective, yes, that's the thing. The crime followed the lyrics at the point, but that was the ruse.
The ruse. Now there we go.
What?
This is what I meant. This is
Why?
what I meant.
Thumbs up. Why else would the killer risk the discovery of the body?
I'm moving the body, yeah.
That was the final touch to make us think that he followed the lyrics the whole way.
Order, order, order! I will have order, I swear! That would explain this most unusual situation.
It does. The killer changed the order of events to create himself an alibi. In other words, the killer was someone who had an alibi in the third set, but not in the second.
I was hoping it would come to this, but sadly it has. Let me tell you why your little fairy tale makes no sense at all. Uh-oh. Oh, it sounds good, I'll give you that. You've given us a reason why the killer bothered following the lyrics of my song. But I question your logic. For it's flawed from the very beginning.
What?
Yes, a contradiction, Airforehead. What I've pointed out several times, no less. At the time of the crime, the small window at the scene was closed. How could Laberoy have heard a voice through it?
Oh.
I know that you would like to divert our attention from this critical fact, but you're basing your entire line of reasoning on a false premise.
Right. Our testimony is my entire case. The voice she heard, the shooter's voice.
What if she couldn't hear it, Apollo?
Like, what do we have to...
What do we have?
What do we have? A man saying press the switch? In their crime scene, we have a switch, which acts as a remote trigger for an igniter. And last but not least, Prosecutor Gavin, flaming guitar. Can all be a coincidence, but how do I make it work?
More direct line of questioning is required. When the crime scene was investigated, immediately after the crime, that window was closed. Can you tell us how Lameroy heard the voice? A key point to be sure. Mr. Justice, can you explain this to the court? Oh boy.
Gotta go black screen to explain everything. Okay, Justice, you got one thing to prove, and one thing only. You heard a voice, and she heard it during the second set. Think, how was Amara able to hear the voice?
Just divine hearing! I love that, just divine hearing! I'm an angel. Apparently I was an angel the entire time. No, the window was not open. I'm assuming she was somewhere else.
That's the only possibility, since...
Yeah, so she was somewhere else.
When we investigated the scene, the window was closed. The shooter and
I'll just say this again. The second option is so damn hilarious. She had divine hearing.
shooter had no reason to close it. It had been open either, meaning it was impossible to hear the voice through that window.
It's good to hear you making sense again. For a moment I was afraid you might be a Borgidian too.
As I was saying, Lamar could not hear the voice through that window, so there can only be one explanation. She heard the voice from another location entirely.
What's this? You do amuse me so. I thought you in good sense for back of speaking terms. No, he's doing a good sense, you dumbass. I'm afraid you and good sense speak two entirely different languages. Yeah, one speaks Japanese, one speaks English, you dumbass. So I interpret for you, Airforehead. Lameroy clearly stated she heard the voice through that small window. There's only one small window at the scene.
Are you sure? Think about it. Isn't there another small window at the scene?
Yep, there is. There is? Yeah. I know that look. He wants us to ask him. Very well, you claim Lameroy heard the voice from another location. Yes. Here we go. Mr. Justice, show us where this location was. So, it was not the window that says do not open. That was not it. It's the, is it the vent on the ceiling?
Yep.
The vent on the ceiling. That's to the ladder.
Right, because if you remember correctly, Maki knew... Okay, for starters, I guess we should back up a bit. We still don't know how Lameroy did that trick during the second performance.
Oh,
right?
we never know. Yeah, we never.
Right,
no,
and this is doing that.
During the second act. Yeah.
So how did she get point A to point B? And we also Maki learned about the air vents go to the stage and the backstage via the air vents. He knew about that via the magician, which means that involves that trick.
Magician.
Right.
That trick, yeah. So.
Which also means she went to do the vents.
Yeah, so it's the air vent on the ceiling that she.
Right, particularly the one that has the ladder, because I don't think the other ones do anything.
No. The other one was closed. We already know that. So present the air vent here.
Take that!
This is where Lameroy heard the voice from.
But that's no small window. That's the air vent. So that's a window. Jesus.
What did she tell us? She said she's Virginian and unfamiliar to our language. Not a stretch to imagine that she called air vent a small window.
That's true.
Also, she can't really see.
Yup. Now you've done it. You got beyond ridiculous and into ludicrous. I mean, what was up with the ventilation system? Listen to this man's voice.
That's not the only logical explanation, yes?
Logical? You gotta listen to the logical song by Supertramp, you idiot. Maybe you'll learn something from that. I do not think this VOD means what you think it means, Airforehead.
It does. Okay. What about it isn't logical?
Ha! They mean merit's sake. Why would Labewa be in the ventilation system? Hiding like a rat. No offense intended, of course.
The explanation for that is simple, Prosecutor Gavin. Isn't it, Valmarar? You have been listening to our discussion here, yes? Yes. I admit that it has been quite confused since yesterday. Yes, the small window was closed. But why would that mean I could not hear it through it? I fear the prosecution might himself need an interpreter. The problem here is words. Amarar, this small window through which you heard the voice, was it up high on the ceiling of the room? Not low on the wall. Yes, it was up on the ceiling.
Nani?
Like I just speak Japanese and with a German accent.
I will have order! Witness, you will clarify this statement to the court. Are you, in fact, saying that you were up above the ceiling of the room? And that's where you heard the moment of the crime?
Yes, in fact I was. I'm sorry, I never imagined it would become such an important point.
But it still is an important point.
It's always an important point. Yes, well, why the heck were you up there?
I believe it's time for another testimony.
I'm not sure I can't.
May I remind you, this is a murder trial. We will hear your testimony. Tell us why you witnessed the crime from above the ceiling of that room. Please.
Well, it looks like I'm on the right track.
You definitely are. Just called above the ceiling. Okay.
Yes, I was above the ceiling when I heard the voice. I had heard that there was a small window there before. It was in the middle of my performance. I had no time to report what I had heard. As to why I was there, I cannot say. I'm bound to secrecy to no matter.
On this matter, yeah, we have that thing. We know that. Bound to secrecy?
In my line of work, one has an obligation to uphold.
But you say you were in the middle of a performance. So this did happen during the second act.
Did not witness the crime, you must understand. I know what I heard.
Yes, but you must tell us what you were doing, in detail. That's what the cross-examination is for, yeah, Air Forehead?
No.
Our mission in this court is to discern the truth. No obligation, no binding path may hinder that mission. Very well. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination. What are you going to do, Apollo?
I'm going to find out the truth.
That's
She
what Peter
was
said
up
every
above the
time.
ceiling for a reason. Just have to get you out of her.
Now, bound to secrecy, we have the thing that does say that on our court record. That said it was bound to secrecy. What was it called? Did the investigation request a said that?
No, that's a different thing.
Yeah, I know, but yeah. Okay. I'm thinking of the secrecy thing. Okay, was it my performance? I don't have report.
I'm weepy.
That's why. Yeah, I know. Bound to secrecy on this matter. Yeah, the fifth line is bothering me. I'm bound to secrecy on this matter.
Do you want to press that one?
The fifth statement?
Yeah. Okay.
Might as well.
Exactly who bound you to secrecy? I'm not sure I'm allowed to say who it was. No, I think perhaps that is right. It is just a name after all. It was Valen Gamier.
Son of a bitch!
Perhaps you know of him.
Alan Gramier? What? You mean Uncle Valen? What? Valen Gramier? Who's Valen Gramier? I love that. Who is he?
Well, I don't remember. I'm old.
Do I know? I know they've a couple of this, but I don't know this guy.
Grand Magician, the one responsible for the illusion performed during our concert.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Gavin is already sweating.
Interesting action, Prosecutor Gavin. Amara was bound to secrecy, and it's going to take some hard-hitting proof to make her talk. I know why she was up there, but how do I prove it?
Just say, how do I prove it? Well, you see. Yeah. So, it's the fifth statement, but the thing is... Is that something? She still says that. Okay. Excuse me, I pressed the button accidentally. So we have to present something on the 5th statement. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Alright, let me have a look at this.
Oh, Jesus, sorry, I'm
Don't mind
sleepy.
it, don't mind.
My
don't
brain
mind,
does this thing that it feels like it wants to sleep, and it makes me all weepy. And I can't
that's
take
okay.
too much coffee, otherwise I'll go...
Sleepy again.
No, not sleepy, I just go shaky.
Ah, okay.
That's not... no bueno.
Let me think a bit here.
Same probably with energy drinks, for that matter.
Oh god. You will drink Gatorade now.
Ew.
Ew.
I don't want to.
I know. I'm messing with you this one. Hold on. So I was there. I continue pressing just to make sure I know what track am I going for.
Sure, what do you want to press?
The 4th statement. As to
What?
why I was there, I cannot say. It's the sequence bit, but I want to see if she says something else besides that.
You heard the gunshots during the 2nd set, during your performance. You're quite sure? Yes, why would I lie about the time?
Why didn't you tell us this yesterday?
No one asked me. I thought you all knew. I told you Maki was not the killer. I told you this many times. Yes, you did. You never told us why. I'm sorry. I was not able to speak of it. Enabling or unwilling?
She's not talking, Apollo. What do we do?
Just have to prove it ourselves. As long as she's bound by the pack of signs, she won't talk. But if I can prove why she was up there, we'll have to admit it.
But how are you going to do that? She was singing on the stage, Apollo. She could have been up above the ceiling too.
Yeah, she could. Got the theory as to why, too. And maybe I've got the evidence to prove it.
Ah, it's this one. Okay. So it's the 4th statement. Okay.
Maybe it is the first statement. Why, that's the tricky thing. Sometimes they are like sentences where we can be multiple ones, but it's probably only one of them. What we got, Ines?
I'm thinking the headset again. But it couldn't be it.
Why are you thinking about the headset?
The ventilation shaft. It says it connects between the stage and backstage, right? I think that's how it goes. Because if you look at the not this diagram, the form diagram, you'll see that there's a ventilation shaft at the top of the dressing rooms. She was on the 2nd one. So it's 30 feet, right? That's the range of the headset. What if the headset? Because Damien was also a band member, right? Still had the headset on, right? He could have.
Right.
He could have had the headset on. So what if she found like a headset somewhere and she?
I mean, she is wearing a headset.
Yeah. So what if she heard him saying it? You know, on the ventilation shaft. Because that's technically not 30 feet. That's like 5 or 10. It's closer enough, basically. It doesn't do interference.
Right.
There's no interference there. So that's why I was there. I cannot say about secrets in this matter. So my guess is that she heard the conversation through her headset.
Right, that's great, NS, but that's not what we're trying to prove here. You're in the right track on that matter, by the way, but it's not related to what we're trying to prove here. What we're trying to prove here is why was she in the vent in the first place?
Well, she disappeared during the 2nd act, right?
Right.
But we don't know how.
Right.
We don't know how because magic.
Right. And
also,
we know this. We know this. You're in the right track there, but we have to present something that proves that that's why she did it.
Wait.
Why she was in the vent.
Now I'm thinking the lyrics again. Give me a second.
What about the lyrics?
Hold on. Let me just... Pleasure, but a fleeting melody wraps itself around me, and now through the air I fly. I wonder if that's when she that's when she flies. Like that's the disappearing act.
Yeah, that's
Could be
when
that.
she disappears and appears in the other side.
Yeah, maybe we have to show the lyrics again. I'm guessing, but no. Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay. I was there. For
I'll
that.
be honest, I
Okay.
don't know if that also works. It probably doesn't.
No,
Because there's something a lot more clearer when it comes to
yeah.
Because we're trying to prove the disappearing act, not the lyrics.
Not the lyrics.
And what is the evidence that proves the disappearing act more than anything?
Oh, the video tape? Give me a second.
Should I count that as you watching
No,
this?
yeah, you might as well.
Alice is stuck in the video now.
No,
There goes Guitar Serenade.
Listen. You don't have to show the whole thing. You press R1, L1.
Okay. Okay, -1 then.
This is when burning on my here. Yeah, this is... guitar. Oh, this is where she disappears. Yeah, this is where she disappeared to the other side, I think.
Hmm.
Let me see if this is the part she disappears. No, she already did that. Okay, let me see where did she disappear. Second. This is when the igniter started. Yeah, wraps itself around me. That's when the igniter started. Okay. Yeah, it started for a split bit. Yeah, this is when Clavier removes the cape, but then that's when she does the disappearing act. That's the section where the guitar burned. That's where the igniter starts. Yeah, there it is. I see it. Okay. Okay. And then she appears on the other side. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe... Do we have to show the videotape again?
We never shown the videotape.
No, we didn't, but that's what I want to do now. Is it finally time? Do we have to show the videotape?
Yes, and yes, it's time to show the videotape. Now, the problem is it on the 4th statement or the 5th statement? Let's find out on the 4th statement, I guess. It is indeed, it is indeed on the 4th statement.
It is?
Yeah, well, at least the L bar went away, so that means usually that's correct. Okay. Just tell me when you press.
Stopped. Also, the music stopped, yeah. There we go.
One more. The truth be told, the reason your presence above the ceiling is quite clear, especially when you consider what happened during your performance. What happened? Yes, it's all right here on this video.
Still use VHS tapes for no reason.
Oh, that's one.
Yeah, that's one. There we go. It was a -1. Now it's 1. Yeah, see, the igniter starts there. You notice that.
Mm-hmm.
The igniter starts here. But that's when she disappears, as we're gonna see in a bit. It's after this. That's when the igniter finally decides to start burning his guitar. Fire. It's after the word fire. Burning my love. There we go. It's right here. It's right here. Oh god! I just love his reaction. Like, hot, 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 hot. And then she appears here. There we go. Yeah.
The guitar is on fire.
Burn, baby, burn. I can't sing that. I was gonna sing the song. Anyway.
As we can see, Lamora was clearly not on stage for her entire performance.
Yep.
Though it saddens me to be so realistic, Lamora is incapable of actually vanishing and let alone teleportation.
She's no Abra.
Sorry, what?
She's no Abra.
Okay, I see what you did there. So the only explanation that she was hidden from view is that she got an Abra! She's a Pokemon trainer!
Yes, she is.
And during that time, she moved back off the back of the forum.
Of the forum, yeah. Apollo.
What, Tracy?
It's not nice to reveal magician's secrets. That's against the rules. Tracy, it's fine. We're in court.
But I'm a lawyer. I'm not supposed to be nice.
This is all very fascinating. How is it possible? There's only 20 seconds between when she disappears and reappears. She couldn't have moved that fast. Is something Rumpus gonna get it? Uh-oh.
This was his concert of his show. He knows while the illusion was performed. He's just realizing his own oversight.
Oh god.
Let's look at the cross section of the diagram again. Here we can trace the Anyways,
Okay, Hama, calm down.
we can trace the route through the ceiling. It goes through the stage to the backstage in a rare form.
Okay. I see where this is going now.
Recall Lamar's testimony from yesterday.
That?
I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. Well, I didn't see anything, but okay.
No. She went from the stage to the backstage exit. A perfect description of this route above the ceiling.
One more knew of this because they were part of in the illusion. But she wasn't the only one who knew. Yeah? Badass?
I said, what? What?
Just now
what?
Yeah, sorry, the Discord is just lagging, I guess. Maki,
Yeah,
it told me something. I know if I opening vent, I can leave the stage and backstage.
He said that?
Oh, were you not informed, Prosecutor Gavin?
Oh, I know about the vanishing act, of course. Yet, I had no idea of the route that would be used. Why didn't that magician tell me? Magicians only reveal details of their acts on a need-to-know basis. That's the bread and butter of a magician's life, you know.
Which is why he bound Lamorar to secrecy.
Makes sense, yeah.
Well, Lamorar? I'm impressed, Mr. Attorney. Maki was right about you.
So, what does this mean? Are you saying you use this route above the ceiling?
I did.
Well, that's that. But I'm still a little confused. Confused on what, Your Honor? There's nothing else to say.
Confused at what, Your Honor? Tell me.
Yeah, why is that, Your Honor? As I said before... there was very little time between when she disappeared and when she reappeared. 20 seconds, huh? We know how we do. 20 seconds tops. How could she do it so fast? Especially if she stopped to hear the shooter's voice. Yeah?
That's a good question.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I cannot.
Very well. Mr. Justice?
Yes?
It's all up to you. Do your thing. Do the thing!
I'm doing the thing. What thing, Your Honor?
You need to explain how Lemon One was able to teleport like she did. I'm throwing your case out with the bathwater. Oh god.
Why do I get picked on? Samaru isn't doing along with the program here. As I have stated before, I'm not at liberty to speak of the illusion that night in detail.
Then, you'll just have to tell us what you can. We'll hear your testimony on this. Mr. Justice, it will be your job to wring the truth out of her.
Yes, if you would, please. Right. Feel like a student before the finals.
Good luck, Apollo. Oh boy, God. Like a student. We've all been there, Apollo, trust me.
I was followed the route exactly I was instructed. There was an emergency exit in the backstage where stage...
Stagehand wanted? Stagehand? Let me see. Stagehand waited, yeah.
When the stagehand waited. From there, one can enter the forum to the opposite side of the stage. The plan was for me to move it there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice. That's still a longer time than 20 seconds, though.
2 minutes, you say? The mystery deepens. That's not a book, sir. Good lord.
I suppose it was too much to hope the judge would come up with something.
As does my curiosity. Take it away, Mr. Justice.
Right, Your Honor. All I have to do is find a contradiction between what Amara is saying and what we see pointing in the video.
Figure it out already. I am a magician, after all.
Well, tell me.
Not a chance. I can't reveal not a magician's secrets. Come on.
Hey, you're supposed to be on my side here.
Well, to Lou, I'm a magician. Sorry. God dang it.
Magicians are pricks.
No, magicians are not bricks. You gotta understand they follow rules. I'm sorry.
There's been a murder!
They still have to follow rules.
What
Sorry.
rules? You're just letting a kid go to jail for a crime he didn't commit! Because,
Anyway.
oh no, magician's code! Too bad, kid!
Let's not discuss this, otherwise we're gonna take forever. Anyway.
I will discuss.
Alright.
So what do you want to press?
Let me see. This advanced stage, okay. The fourth save, but the plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I guess that's about time, so... 2 minutes. Yes, it can be done in 1 minute if you are running. Running in that cramped dark tunnel above the ceiling? Mr. Attorney, have you forgotten? Dark or lit, it makes no difference to me.
Yeah, I'm blind.
That's true, but...
So you say that on the night of the concert, you made the trip in 2 minutes?
Yes, though I nearly didn't make it in time. You see, I stopped halfway.
We know that, yeah.
Amars appears on the video for 20 seconds. But she says she made it a trip in 2 minutes. How?
If you want my professional opinion, I'll bet the answer's right there in that video. Well, Mr. Justice, perhaps you have some evidence for us? Something that can explain the discrepancy between the video and her testimony.
I'll explain the discrepancy. I'll be honest, I don't know. I don't remember.
Let me see the court record again. Hold on.
I mean, Tracy said it was right in the video.
But yeah, that's the video, obviously. Let me see the diagram again. Okay, that's the stage that goes down. So for that, she had to go forward and then go all the way up to
gotta go forward and backwards and forward and backwards and forward and backwards and one step forward.
Because I have to look at the form diagram. Hold on.
I'm just gonna watch the video again. I guess this counts as +1.
I mean, might as well. Okay. No, it's not this section. Not this section. Section. Yeah, okay. Watch the whole thing. I wish there was a fast forward button instead of like just picking a section. No. An actual fast forward button, not sections.
Oh, this goes by
an
sections.
Actual fast forward. Yeah, that's what I mean. I wish there was an actual fast forward button, like in this attorney case 5. This is where she disappears. Okay. And then she's all the way down there. Now she's making her way to the other side. They said it was 20 seconds, but she says, "Oh, this will be done in 2 minutes."
I guess that's the proof we have to show because it doesn't take 20 seconds.
No. And she's there. Okay. So we got. I'll save the game just in case.
I also
Might as
did.
well save it. Okay, so present the evidence.
There's one piece of evidence that explains that it couldn't proceed between the video and testimony. I guess the video, I don't know.
Let's try. Aha! So this is it? Magical key to solving this illusion's dark secret? Tell us how it works. Quickly! I can't bear the suspense!
I was kind of hoping someone would jump in and point it. Well, you see! Yeah, that's wrong. I do hate to explain the mood. Okay, let's reload DM.
Yeah, okay, let me load the save file. Give me a second. This is why we always save, because God knows if we screw up. Okay. Back here.
Let me think for a second.
This game blows. There we go. Oh, wait. His guitar? Let me have a look at his guitar again. Just a second. Oh, there's something inside.
Whoa!
Let me see. There's like scorch, and there's this burn clean. It's burn clean though. Imagine useless junk. Got like you after a trial. Burn clean through or the useless piece of junk.
That's great.
Hilarious. That's hilarious, actually. Oh, you can zoom in. Okay, here we go. It says it's burnt clean, right? That's what they said when you examined this.
Right, good.
Perfectly.
That has nothing to do with the trick, though.
No, but okay. So that's not it. All right. Let me
The only other thing is the forum diagram.
the diagram, yeah, because I'm thinking of the ventilation. That's what I'm thinking. She goes down, then she's crawling all the way to the other side.
Yeah, but that's 20 seconds. And she said 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Well, 20 seconds is the magic act. 2 minutes is when she goes down, and then she has to go all the way to the other side. No, can't be the diagram.
Diagram is the diagram of the forum is the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, same here.
Guess you can try presenting that. Unless you say there's no evidence, but I think that just keeps
Yeah, we gotta
going.
present evidence first. There we go. Now we can do it. Let me do that. Forum. See? Let me see if he's. Yeah, it's not.
Not?
Nope. Okay. Maybe there isn't.
Maybe we have to press something else.
They just load the game. Take that! You don't get a penalty if he says there was no evidence, right? Because it goes back to the what's the word? Goes back to the beginning, right?
Right.
So there's no evidence for this one. So let's go with there's no evidence, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
Just say this line. Just say this. What's your professional opinion? Yeah.
Let me check. Oh, where is that?
You gotta say first there's no evidence, and then he will say, what's your professional opinion about this one, Trucy?
What's your professional opinion about this one, Trucy?
Sorry, I don't work in evidence.
And I don't work with tricks. I'm an attorney, not a magician, for crying out loud.
Really? I'm sure Daddy would have loved working on this.
Thanks, that makes me feel so much better.
Well, I don't know about all of you, but I find this mystery fascinating. And I'm not letting this trial go any further until we get to the bottom of it. The defense will continue with the cross-examination until we have some answers.
He just said I'm done. Alright, what do you want to do now?
So that's it. Okay. I guess yeah, the last statement is bothering me. Yeah. Let's press the I was on my way when I heard the voice. The fifth statement. I want to see the name.
It was Darren's voice you heard. Yes, I'm certain it was him.
Put the best left for later, yeah? Put that forehead of yours to work on this illusion first.
Hold on, I think the identity of the cure is a little more important, don't you?
Importance, objection overruled. Tell us about the illusion. He's trying to avoid the problem I had, Apollo.
Trying to avoid the problem? This is a murder trial, the killer is the problem. Contradiction between Ramaran's testimony and the video. Revealing the illusion can't be so different from solving a normal case, right?
Apollo, I'm not telling. Not even if you make those puppy dog eyes.
Fine, fine.
I guess we gotta press everything else, just in case.
Alright, let's press it first.
Yeah.
How did you proceed along this route? Oh, wow, I walked. But you're right behind the much too fast to have been walking. Tell the truth, Valmorar, you roll the kind of vehicle.
What? Vehicle? What vehicle? Ah, what a novel idea. I like it. Hey, that's not a bad guess. Wrong, but not bad.
Yes, left it at dumb attorney, I don't mind. I'm sorry, but the girl is right. That van was way too small for vehicles. It was a tight fit when I had to crouch in as I walked. Cannot imagine a vehicle that would fit in such a small space.
Maybe an RC car or something like that. That's small enough. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, I'm
It wasn't a vehicle that was it.
You had me going for a while there, Mr. Justice. Too bad. Ready for the next part?
Why do I feel like I'm the one, the kind of quiz show?
Welcome to Jeopardy! Alright, let's press the second. It's Jeopardy, the Ace Attorney edition.
Did everyone on the counselor staff know about this trick? Not at all. Only a few were needed to help.
See, like I said, it's on a need-to-know basis.
So not many people knew about the trick.
What were these strange hands required to do?
One needed to open the emergency exit. Door to the stairs was locked, but once through there...
And that was the third statement, yeah. Alright, third statement, let's go.
From there, one can enter the forum from the opposite side of the
Yeah,
stage.
press that. Press that.
So when you came back out, you were behind the audience. Yeah, that's how it worked.
Bad show if I do say so myself. That's Uncle Val for you. Your grammar ain't touch. But on the video, you were only gone for 20 seconds. How's that possible?
That's the part I don't get either. Yes, it would be hard to do so in only 20 seconds.
Okay, so that's it. Okay, we're done. We're done with those. Okay. So we've heard everything.
That means we have the evidence.
We do, but it's still bothering me what it is. My God.
I mean, I know the answer kinda, but I don't know what to present here. The only thing I can think of is probably the receiver slash transmitter, the headset.
Oh, the headset, yeah. The question is in which statement?
But it's not that statement. We already know where to press, and then you have to show evidence.
It's the fourth one, right?
Yeah.
Remind me.
Yes, the fourth.
So we gotta present the headset on the fourth statement.
We don't have to present on the forward statement. We have to press it, and then yes.
Oh
you
yeah,
have to
press it then. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, we can skip this line up because we already said. Okay.
Little Mr. Voice signals 30 feet range. She sang it while she walked through. Here's the thing I don't get about this. She supposedly sang through the mic, but what was the point of her being? She could have just been at the end of the exit. She didn't need to walk in the ventilation for that. It's just weird. Because I guess that means that the person in the stage is actually a decoy. It's not the real thing.
Yeah, decoy. Yeah. That's the stage hand probably was the decoy if you think about it.
Okay, let's try presenting the headset.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Okay, I am out of ideas.
Bad luck. I like what she said. Bad luck next time, Pollywog. He's not a parrot. He's not a parrot. Oh my God. Oh, did she drop the brooch at some point?
Yeah, I guess that proves how she dropped it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't see it why that relates to the trick.
Can't be it. Maxine point can't.
Because we already know she was in the vents.
Yeah, but imagine it. Didn't she have the brooch when she was performing? Actually, let me have a look at that again.
Oh, you're right.
She did. Okay, it's a brooch. Okay, I was right. Right.
She had a brooch, but she didn't have it when she has in the other side.
Yes. When she was crawling, the brooch fell because of the pin. As you know, the pin sometimes can fall off. So
here's the thing that doesn't prove the trick and doesn't prove the time frame, but I guess we can present it.
Let me go try. Let me do it, and I'll tell you if it's right. Give me a second.
I can check. No, it's right. It is a brooch.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because she dropped it.
Yes! One more. Do you happen to remember this brooch?
Aha, the brooch. We saw that yesterday, did we not?
It was found at the scene, Your Honor.
And you're bringing this up now. Why? I thought we had already determined when that was dropped.
So did I, but we hadn't.
Yeah.
Take another look at the video.
Yeah, I know. In the beginning, she has the brooch, and then when she's back
That's a
up there,
+1.
the brooch.
We're at 10 at us!
Yes! I'm amazing! Oh, he stops. Good.
As you can see here, she's wearing the brooch.
So she is.
Oh, let's look a bit later.
It's after this, so. Yep. Hold on.
She doesn't have
Yep.
it.
Doesn't have it. Nope. She dropped it while in the ventilation shaft. What? The brooch? It's gone. What? What?
Yes, the brooch disappears in a short space of 20 seconds, and it takes a full minute to run from the stage to the backstage. Which means there can only be one explanation. Lamorar we see before the vanishing act, and the Lamorar we see after are two different people.
What? I know who the second person is, I think.
The brooch was found on the floor of the crime scene, and not just on the floor, but on the floor directly beneath the air vent. Lamorar, tell me, did you drop your brooch on your way to the stage to the backstage? At the very moment you witnessed the crime? Yes, I think I did.
Uh-huh. Order! Prosecutor Kevin! From your expression, I gather you had no idea this was the case there, Judge. I, of course, knew about it. What? Don't get me wrong, I wasn't hiding it. It just never occurred to me that the switch and the shooting took place at the same time.
So I was right, there was a switch.
There was. Just before the stage's tower rose, Lamiroir was replaced. While we're on the subject, just who was this replacement Lamiroir? With this replacement Lamiroir? Why, the man behind the illusion, Falan Grammare. Why did I have a feeling it was him?
Well, it had to be him, what else could it be?
Yeah, there was no other explanation.
Or it's Garmier. That's quite the illusion, but I still don't get one thing. Yes? The switch... Oh, hold on.
The switch happened before the stage rose.
So you weren't on the stage, that's right. But this is a fake Lamoir is still singing. And she's pretty good.
That's true. Come on, Apollo, that's an easy one. They were just playing a recording. Gavin is on some kind of a guitar man, Fräulein. Oh, you mean I'm wrong? When we play a show live, we play live. No recordings, no auto-tune, no nothing. No bullshit. Perhaps you can explain, Lamiroir.
Very well.
You do know what auto-tune is, right? I hope you do.
Yes.
Anyways. Okay.
Yes, do tell!
Yes, do tell! And add it to your
tell.
testimony. Okay. You can say this.
I had to keep singing even while moving.
Even while I moved. Okay, now let's press this. Make sure.
You were singing? Yes. So Gavin expressed his dislike for recordings, so I used this. So I guess I was thinking ahead, because of course I was.
Yeah, same
Wait.
here, actually.
So you were
Same here.
singing the whole time? Even when you were crawling above the ceiling towards the backstage? Why would it matter where I sing? Don't you sing in the shower? When everywhere I go is the same darkness.
I mean, she can hear perfectly fine, so that's okay. But if you were singing while you were walking, that's right. Wouldn't the shooter made them have her? She was singing right over their heads, after all.
That is right.
Are you sure?
That had to be pretty hard hearing to miss someone singing in the ceiling.
Once again, we come back to the scene of the crime.
What state?
I know what he means. That old speaker about. Oh, right. The speakers were at backs. That's correct.
Speaker was boring at the time of the murder. That's for monitoring the stage from this room.
Monitoring?
It pipes real-time feed from the stage microphones. Useful for knowing when your set is coming up.
Satisfied? That dressing room is fitted with a large speaker playing a direct feed from the stage. At my request, actually.
So Amora is singing in the ceiling. Sounds just like Amora singing over the speaker.
Ingenious. Her voice was hidden by her voice.
The good thing those have noise cancellation. Amora? I have just remembered something.
Do tell.
When I heard the noise of the gunshots, yes, it startled me, so you stopped singing. What? I forgot the words I was supposed to sing.
Oh my god, really?
The song stopped? Thankfully, it was the very beginning of the second verse. So, not many could notice.
Forehead! That mixing board, I let you! Where is it? Yep, we still have it.
The mixing?
That machine, Apollo, the one that breaks music into tracks.
Wait, so I've been holding to this whole time?
My god, Paul, really?
I completely forgot about it. It just was in my pocket this whole time. Well, let's take a listen. Does this count? I'll count it. Yeah, well, definitely count it now.
I'm listening. I'm listening. We gotta pay attention to a flaw, I'm assuming. Number 2's not doing anything, as you can see.
Yeah, fuck you, number 2.
I'm assuming number 2's gonna do something. Give it a second. There it is. Okay, now it's doing something. Something tells me we gotta figure out something again with the mixer, aren't we?
Yeah, well, most likely, yeah.
Oh, it does stop there. Oh.
The song does stop there.
It does? I must have missed it.
Look at the rig sheet. Look at the rig at the top of the second verse. See here where it says pleasure, pleasure? Now listen to it again. +1! Oh. This is why I made this counter.
Yeah. Let me just do this. I gotta hear this. Give me a second.
Oh, you don't need to hear it. There's subtitles. She only says it once.
He says it once. Yeah.
Yes,
It was supposed to be twice.
Yeah.
This is evidence indeed. I believe you are guilty of making a terrible mistake.
The crime didn't happen during the third set. It happened during the second, during Lamar's ballad.
If that is true, then no one on stage during the second set could have been the shooter.
Which means Darren Christian would have done it. He wasn't on stage for the second set.
Oh, glad it's like,
Well, prosecuting Gavin?
fascinating. I don't believe I've ever seen a trial turn around quite so truly. Yet one problem remains. Was there, Prosecutor Gavin? Her forehead theory does have a certain kind of logic to it, even though I hate it. Yet it is entirely based upon Lameroi's testimony. Yes, is there wrong with this? Well, it's quite simple, though it pains me to say it. What if she is lying to protect the defendant? For God's sake, this again?
That occurred to me that I may or may not forgot to actually put the correct number on the section. Oopsies. I'll change that later. What if she? Yeah, okay, I read that. You read that, brother.
You have no problem. All I'm saying is that the truth is as yet unclear until we hear directly from the man himself. Then, you don't mean? Yes. So he is a friend and a band member. Darian Crescent must take the stand. I see no other way. Someone with a new perspective on the case? As a suspect, to be frank. Yeah. I mean, he has not been there yet.
Let me check something really quick.
Oh, okay. Well, if you think about it, he hasn't gone to the stand yet. No, he didn't, right? To testify. I don't think he hasn't testified yet. So, yeah, this is gonna be interesting. We're getting close to the end, hopefully. I'm hoping. This episode's getting long.
This is section 9, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's 9, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to change the title on that because I copy-pasted the title. Oopsies.
That's okay. Yeah, it's 9. And you have the VODs. You can check those too.
Yeah, I just forgot to do that.
That's okay.
That's fine. Okay, I changed it. Anyways, finally, the rat's coming out of this hole, and I'm ready to catch him. Darren Christian, get ready for justice.
I'm down, dude. This is as good a time as any to pause for a brief recess. Investigation will summon the witness. Have him here ready by the time we begin. I'm the last man who needs to be a reminder of what his duties are. Very well, court is adjourned for a 15-minute recess. Second recess? Damn.
Well, I guess we're done for today.
Yeah. Wow, this is a long one then.
Uh,
I mean, sure.
that's good. As I was getting weepy.
But
yeah,
yeah, it's getting
that was a lot of guitar serenades and we're not even done. I forgot how late they decided to pull this, because I knew that they show us the guitar serenade, but I was like in the first few fucking sections of this case. We haven't had any of that. So I was kind of wondering if people were exaggerating, but now I'm remembering, yeah, this is more towards the end of the case that they decide to put all the guitar serenades and how many times you have to watch that. Including times that you have to check something specific.
Yeah, correct.
Anyways, I'm calling it here. I'm
You're tired. Just rest.
I'm tired.
Please
Anyways, next week we're not gonna stream, so I'm taking those days off. Tomorrow we'll continue the attack GU, and by we I mean me. You're not there.
You.
Right. So that is it for today. So see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Later.